Timo to. May bagong X-Men na naman.
Talaga? Ba't kaya ako gawin yun? Parang...
Ayaw ko nga eh, yung first two. Yung first, pwede na. Yung second, mas maganda. Pero after that, it all went downhill.
Ayaw panoorin eh. Parang wala. Para science oras.
Yung Last Stand, corny. Tapos yung mga Wolverine spin-offs,
Science oras for me. I mean, I'd rather watch something else.
Yeah. If it's too many chances, so, siguro, skip ko na rin, di ko na papanoorin.
Franco! Saan galing?
Sa future?
Future? How far? 20 years? 20 years? What did you see?
Next week.
Fuck.
Anong meron? Ano ginawa mo?
Nanonong Days of Future Past. Grabe! Ang ganda. I'm gonna restore your faith in the franchise. Manood kayo.
Yes, we have to now.
Hey, I'm Franco.
I'm Jonan.
And I'm Tantan.
We're Review Avenue and we're here to review the X-Men Days of Future Past.
One of the most anticipated comic book films to be made, the X-Men Days of Future Past. It's 2 hours, 11 minutes, an action-adventure, stars Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Hugh Jackman, James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and of course,
Jennifer Lawrence.
yes. Yes. And then there's also Halle Berry as well in the film. John, what's the film about though?
The film starts in the future, a dystopian future, as if there's any other future in these kinds of movies. And where we see the mutants all about to be eliminated by the Sentinels, robots that are programmed to kill the mutants. So, the remaining mutants are desperate, so they hatch a plan to send Wolverine to the past, save the mutant race, and change the future. Sige, let's start with the story. Yun nga. At first, the first thing I like is that time travel, minsan ang worry ko sa time travel, baka maging magulo yung rules o yung mga timeline. Pero dito hindi. Clear yung time travel rules, tsaka very easy to follow.
What's great about this is more of a time travel movie than a comic book movie.
Actually, totoo yun. I mean, the last few films parang medyo corny comic book vibe. This one, it was more of, nakalimutan mo nga na it was comics eh. At some point, it was like thriller in some ways, an espionage type of film. So I like how Bryan Singer did with this, what he did with this film. I mean, very good.
Very good yung balancing act niya eh. Kasi in the future, parang very bleak yung tone. Tapos, in the 70s, meron siyang mga moments of comedy and lightness. Tapos meron din moments sa serious, pero somehow, nag-drive very smooth yung transition between scenes.
For me, medyo na-slow ako sa pace ng film eh. And ironically,
Let's go.
ironically, it started to, escalate when, Quicksilver came into the picture. I mean, he's the...
Quicksilver.
Awesome!
Diba? Quicksilver, get it?
He steals the film.
Avengers 2, what are you gonna do about it? I don't know. How are you gonna top that, Marvel?
Diba?
Sorry.
So, it's exciting. I like how the pace of the film. I like how I like how they use the music. Sometimes kasi musics in some films aren't used properly. But this film, medyo nag-jive sa how much each scenes want to bring out the emotionality of the aspect of the film. So I kind of like no issues with the aspect.
What I like about this is anticipated siya because this is the former cast and then the first class cast. So this is the first time they have to put it all together to make sense kasi the continuity, honestly, it's broken na, sirang-sira na. And so here, Bryan Singer finally fixed the continuity.
Characters, ang dami, di ba? Pero the way na pasok na ba sila, again, very smooth.
It doesn't feel like there are too many characters, even if sobrang
Actually,
dami
totoo
characters.
yun. Parang, ang ganda na parang hindi sila nagtabu. Kasi yun yung minsan yung problem with terms of characters, especially in this big of a franchise. How the director will be able to, to showcase them. Yeah, showcase them in a sense na hindi magkakatabunan na okay, who's he, who's that, and like that. So, okay siya for me. And I like how he was able to connect, this film with the last film in some ways to connect and jive everything.
Yeah.
I still have an issue. I will try to see that later.
What's interesting is, I think this is a first in cinema na it's a reset, but not necessarily a reboot.
Performances of the actors. I mean, James McAvoy, galing. He's
best actor in the film.
I could arguably best actor film. Him and also Fassbender. I like how their scenes or dialogues in the films are very somehow powerful. You really felt the chemistry there Ironically, since they're both hate each other in the film, but sobrang galing. Lalo James McAvoy, his sense of giving up into the world, that his look of his face, the look of parang I don't care anymore because he lost everything in terms of the film. And galing
Sa
niya.
akin, si James McAvoy yung emotional heart of the film for me.
I think siya,
Dala-dala na niya yung
very refreshing na finally hindi si Wolverine ang bida.
Actually.
And I like kasi it's a side of Professor X you don't see.
Yeah.
Because every time you see Professor, he's this calm, zen-like character. But here, you get to see him
Depressed.
The prequel of being the zen-like of who he is right now. Ang galing eh. So you get to see what he was before.
Not just those two, every single one. Hugh
lahat.
Jackman,
Yung
Jennifer Lawrence, even with the ones with very small roles.
Quicksilver. I mean,
Quicksilver.
I actually like his character. I mean, again, it's
Great actor. He may potential siya.
Diba? And I like na he didn't, hindi siya nag-exaggerate kumbaga with how his character didn't make a big role.
Standout sequence.
Best scene of
And
the
let's
movie.
not forget Peter Dinklage. I mean, I'm pretty sure Game of Thrones guys know knew him. He did a good job being, the villain for this film. I mean, Mr. Trash.
That's another good thing Kasi parang kasi talagang wala talagang traditional villain yung film. More of each character doing what they want.
Yeah, he's kind of like the one in Captain America, this film. He's not really a villain for me, but he's kind of like an anti-hero of some sort. Right? What do you think?
I think he's a villain.
But he's trying to protect the humans from the mutants. He's trying to protect us from the mutants.
He has very, very true human motivations. He doesn't hate the mutants. He wants to eradicate them, but he doesn't hate them. In fact, he admitted that he admires them, he's fascinated by them. But for him, they're the next step to evolution. So, he's just trying to protect the humans. Very, very true human intentions, motivations. So,
ang galing ng pick-up.
Ang ganda.
I read it somewhere. Ang galing ng parang some ways kaya pinik ni Bryan Singer si Peter Dinklage is parang he wants to show na parang he's short, right? So he just wants, he's
a
kind of
little
like
man can make a big impact.
yeah, that way. And parang it shows na parang he looks mutant but he hates mutant. Parang ganon kasi he's small and everything. Galing. Performance actors top notch for me.
For me, what stands out movie, but I think this is the first time where the student became the teacher became the student.
Yes, I get you.
This is everything Wolverine learned from Charles Xavier from the first 3 movies here. Tinuturo ni Wolverine yung mga natutunan niya from the future Charles Xavier to get his life back on track. To be Professor X.
Yeah, and the thing is you get to see him in parang it's like you're seeing God being human somehow. I mean, you get kasi you never thought na ako never ko naisip na magkakaroon ng mali si Professor X eh. Parang he's perfect, he knows everything, he sees everything. But in this he becomes this vulnerable character. And who would think that Wolverine would be the one to turn him around? The most badass. I mean, immature, I guess sometimes, but galing. I like how that that turned out for me.
And yung kasi yung maganda dito now connect to what yung nag-stand out sa akin na yung focus niya parang more of the emotion over the action.
Yeah.
At saka yung more about bringing a glimpse of the future to the past. One of the standout scenes then for me, past Professor X talk to future Professor X. And of course, Mystique.
Jennifer Lawrence, again, top notch again.
The Sentinels, look good.
They look really scary.
Yung future Sentinels sa akin very scary.
Yes.
Very all business.
Galing. I like how na pinakita ni Bryan Singer niya, they were this godlike of a creature. Pinakita na parang this is Sentinels and this is X-Men. So, it really showcase ng talagang overmatch talaga. And for me, na yung naisip na you get to sense this urgency of you want this film to succeed because you don't want the Sentinels, to eradicate it. Naramdaman ko actually in that film na parang
high stakes talaga.
High stakes actually, that's true.
Tsaka they got away with some scenes na very brutal na wow, PG-13 to.
Actually, I mean, I was waiting for you to open that. Parang I like how the way they attacked and killed some of the characters off. Ang galing eh. I never expect anyone to die. And when I see him, I was like, shit. That was just gruesome. Diba? And to think it's PG-13.
Lahat ng sinabi natin so far puro good. So to be fair lang, meron bang tayong complaints sa film?
There's one scene, spoilers, at the finale, medyo unbelievable that he could do that.
I believe he could put metal. I just don't believe na yung effect nun makokontrol niya.
Yeah.
Ako, one small thing lang is I actually wanted more scenes. Kasi ang daming characters and I felt you could have done more na this character could have interacted with this character, Wolverine with Mystique, a short interaction between Wolverine and Mystique, an interaction between this character and this character. Parang ang dami, there were more interactions that they could have done to make it. Although guess ko mahaba na, pero the future, parang may ibang characters sa future na walang speaking lines, just a few extra scenes para especially sa mga ibang mutants sa future na kung hindi ka nagbabasa ng comics kasi wala ka idea sino ba itong mga to.
Just watch the film hanggang sa ending.
Hanggang ending, yeah. Post-credits,
Yep.
If you know anything kahit konti about X-Men at all,
There's always a post-credit scene. Always. So I think it's solid 8, I guess.
9. Just go.
And I give it an 8.5.
Watch until the credits.
So, this is X-Men, and this is the Review Avenue, and thank you for watching.